Hey coffee nerds. Now if you can't tell from the beautiful vista behind me and of course the amazing, my favorite, Bossa Nova behind you, I am in Porto. This is the city in the north of Portugal, and today I want to walk you through 5 specialty coffee shops here in the city that have been recommended to me by baristas, by coffee friends online, fellow coffee nerds while being here in Portugal, and I'm sure they will not disappoint. So come along for the coffee journey, Porto's specialty coffee scene. Let's check it out. My first stop was So Coffee Roasters. So, for Southwest, relative to the rest of Europe, they had a clean and fresh looking space, great pastries, lots of greenery, and even an upper level to hang out and get some work done. So I'm really enjoying the tail end of this pour over here, brewed on the April brewer, and this is an Ethiopia from the Yirgacheffe region, the Kichere district. So it's roasted right upstairs here at So Coffee Roasters. Nice pleasant acidity, and I have to say I am getting quite a bit of that jasmine tea finish on the end, but it's a beautiful space. Definitely got to swing by, and if you're here, order the pour over, check into some of these beautiful pastries here. Of course, they have the traditional pastel de nata. Oh, I love those things. And one of the baristas actually recommended my next stop, which would be a quick walk down a few blocks to Kalma Coffee Room. A very different look and feel, much more vintage, but the coffee was definitely fresh and they had a wide assortment of pour overs to choose from. So here I am casually sipping away at the piano on the last little bit of our coffee flight. So they do a coffee flight here, 3 different coffees, 1 brew method, in this case the Kalita, and behind me I'm sitting with a few local baristas, 2 of which placed in the top 3 in the Portuguese championship, barista championship, which was back in Lisbon last weekend. So really cool to chat with them about their experience competing, working in coffee here in Portugal, and some really, really nice roasts here on the table, all roasted locally. Really enjoying it. You can even order a flash chilled pour over. How cool is that? My next stop was Combi Coffee. From what I understand, it's one of the longest running specialty roasters in Porto. I didn't stay too long, but Gonzalo, one of the owners, was there. I think he's always there. And he told me the whole story of their journey from opening a small brew bar in a Mercedes van back in 2014 to eventually opening this location in an old garage. He made me an espresso from Honduras and then showed me around the space, all types of different coffee brewers, different drinks on the menu, and just very unique design aspects all around the garage. Of course, they roast on location in the back as well, and he even gave me a few more tips of places that I should visit, so those are coming right up. I later made my way across the tall bridge to the neighborhood of Gaia, down by the water. This is the home of World of Wine, Sandeman's Port, and of course, the 7G Roastery. I was excited to see a wide variety of different origins and profiles on the shelf, and a few really unique drink offerings. All right, here we are in 7G. 7G, I thought it stands for 7 grams of coffee, but it's actually 7 apartments in this building, and G for Gaia, which is the neighborhood. So we're sipping on I'm really excited about the coffee that we're about to drink right now, because it is in fact from Mexico, from a friend of mine named Jesus Salazar. And if you click on this video right up here, you can be taken to the video that I made while I was in Mexico, in Chiapas, in San Cristobal de las Casas, and we visited a few producers of this coffee. This was a few years ago, so I'm sure some of the producers have changed, but and what's unique about this, it was actually prepared in a V60 by the very, very new Portuguese barista champion. His name is Rui, and he just won the barista championship back in Lisbon last weekend, which I got to attend at the Lisbon Coffee Festival. So, really, really cool connection going on here. Lots of coffee nerdery, lots of work happening in the kitchen. Hopefully you can hear that. But so good. Thank you, Jesus Salazar, in collaboration with
Beneficio San Pedro. So go check it out, Chiapas. And then I'm very excited to dig into sort of a first, well, this is definitely a first for me. This is a caipirinha made with coffee. So caipirinha is a sort of imported back from Brazil, back to Portugal. It's a popular drink here with cachaça. That's the main alcohol in this drink, cachaça. You never tried it. It is quite unique. It's kind of like a mojito with a little bit less sugar. You know, they have their own secret recipe here at 7G. Oh wow, I really like that. Anais, you gotta try this.
Of course, like most other cafes I visited, all coffee roasted on location. The next day, I saved my appetite because I knew that I would be indulging in some tasty bites at Mana. I love the little design touches here, the variety of different drink offerings, and of course, the refill station for your water bottles. Very sustainable. But just look at that spread. Delicious.
So I have to say that Mana is probably one of my favorite places here in Porto on my coffee journey so far. This café con leche, or the latte flat white, it really tastes like chocolate, even though it's just pure espresso and oat milk. And in fact, they're using Slow Move, one of our local roasters back in Barcelona, so it's kind of a little bit nostalgic for home. But this pancake right here, this is a vegan pancake, all handmade here in the restaurant, and we've clearly already devoured quite a bit of it, but they use hazelnut flour, and then they're using sort of a homemade either hazelnut butter or almond butter maybe, some sort of caramelized seeds, and a little bit of chia jam. It's almost like a marmalade of chia. Very nice. And we've got this, what's called a soca. It's kind of like a roti or some sort of dried bread with the most amazing hummus you'll ever try. But nice for a brunch, nice, a little bit more salty on the salty side. But what I love about this place too is they actually have yoga in the back. So they offer yoga every single day, 5 times a day. And also, of course, natural wine to balance things out. This is gonna set me off on the right foot for the rest of our journey.
So based on what you saw, which one is your favorite? Leave it in the comments. And if you think you might visit any of these spots on your next trip to Porto, hit this video a quick like. That really helps me out a lot. And if you'd like to see more of these coffee travels, now would be a great time to subscribe so we can get more coffee goodness out there to adventurous coffee lovers. And as always, see you in the next video.